Hello everyone, it's Eddie here. A few things before we start our second lesson. The first thing is you probably realize all of our notes are stored in OneNote. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share a link of this notebook online so you can open up this notebook at home if you want through OneNote and get access to everything that I have written exactly as it is. And the next thing I want to do is try and get you guys to set up Chinese typing on your computer, right? Because sooner or later you have to learn to type in Chinese, and it's actually really easy. Basically, you just type into the computer the words exactly as how it sounds. So for example, to get one in Chinese to show up, you just have to type in YI and it'll show up with the Chinese character. So in order to enable that, what you have to do is on your computer, go into Control Panel, right? Go into Control Panel and you need to look for Change Input Methods. All right, this is an option that we need to go in, and you should be able to add a language. Okay, so this is what I have added to enable it. So right now, actually, let's just show you what you should have right now. Right now, you should just have English, right? Because you're just typing in English. So what I want you to do is I want you to add a language, and I want you to choose Chinese Simplified. And the reason why we're choosing the simplified system is because that's what mainland China uses. So if you use Chinese Traditional, you will get the traditional system of writing, which is mainly used in Taiwan and other places in the world, but mainland China uses Simplified. So let's click on that, click Open, and then click Chinese Simplified China, click Add, and now you have the Chinese input system, and it's also called Pinyin. So Microsoft Pinyin is what you're looking for. Pinyin stands for putting together sound. Okay, so you can see here basically we have used English letters to spell Chinese words. So that's what Pinyin stands for, using English letters to spell Chinese words. So once you have enabled that, once you've installed that, then what you can do is basically wherever there is space, okay, if you want to type a Chinese character, so let's just set up the English, let's set up the Roman numerals first. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, and let's increase the size a little bit. So make it, I don't know, size 20 or whatever. 30. And then right next to each character, I'm going to type in the Chinese word for it. So what you can do is on the bottom right hand corner, instead of English, you can switch to Chinese Microsoft Pinyin. And what you're going to type in is, if you remember from the previous lesson, we taught you how to pronounce these words. And I want you to type in exactly it is. And the good thing about it is you don't have to type in the tone. You don't have to type in 1, 3, 4 or whatever. You just type in YI for E, and then the Chinese will show up. So if I go YI, which stands for E, and then the first one is actually the number. Okay, so E in Chinese is written with one horizontal line. Right, and now let's get to show up. So is ER, and let's get this one here. So that's is basically just two horizontal lines. Actually, let's separate it. Let's put some boxes around this. Hang on. So this should make it a little bit obvious. Okay, now 3 is SAN. Now once you have switched to the Chinese input method, at any time if you want to type in English, all you have to do is press Shift first, and that will switch back to English. And if you can see this character here, basically it means English, right? In English. So if you type SAN, that's sun, And then now, if we want to type in Chinese, press Shift again. And if you type SAN, then I'm going to get you to choose the first character that shows up, which is 3 horizontal lines. And that is the Chinese for 3. So 1, 2, 3, extremely easy to remember. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So that's how you write it in Chinese. 1 horizontal line, 2 horizontal lines, 3 horizontal lines. Okay, 4 is SI. And if you type it in English, in Chinese, SI, and you're gonna choose the second word here, 4. Okay, so it looks like a box with 2 curly lines inside it, and that's 4, which is the number 4. Okay, now we do 5, which is 5. So WU, and oops, I'm typing in Chinese right now. So WU for 5, and then let's type it in Chinese. 5, which is that, shows up, and that is a Chinese character for number 5. And I'm afraid you have to memorize that. There's no other way for you to memorize other than, I guess, there are 5 lines here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5, I guess, strokes. So if that helps you to memorize it, use that. And then 6 is LIU. Actually, I've been using capitals for the first one. LIU is Leo. And you're going to choose the third character here, and that is the number 6, Leo. 7 is Chi, CHI. Wait. It's actually QI. Remember, Q is pronounced CH. So Chi is the 4th letter from the left. Okay, the one with 1 horizontal line, 1 vertical line turned into horizontal, and then a little upward stroke in the end. That's Chi. 8 is Ba, so BA, Ba. And then let's type the Chinese for it, which is this character here. Just 2 curly lines, very easy. 9 is Jiu, which is JIU, Jiu. Third character here. And you might find it a bit hard to memorize right now, but we're gonna teach you guys how to memorize it in a second. And then Shi is SHI, and it's the 5th one with a cross. Okay, that's Shi, SHI. Right, so there you go. Numbers 1 to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now, how do you memorize this? Okay, there is no easy way to memorize it other than the traditional way, which I'm going to show you right now, that I was taught in primary school. So the only way for you to memorize it is you're going to have to write it out over and over again. Okay, so what we used to get in primary school is these grid paper, and it'll have 1 letter at the front of each row, and then you have to copy it out 1 by 1 over and over again. So basically, to write it out, okay, you probably have to print this out. So I'm going to leave the grid blank so that if you want, you can print it out. But basically what you're going to do is you're just going to copy it out. So basically when you're writing, you need to write from left to right. Okay, each stroke is from left to right. So so just keep copying it out like that. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2, it's 2 strokes. Right, the bottom stroke is a bit longer than the top stroke. So the reason why my writing is a bit different to the printed one is because I'm writing it on a tablet. Okay, otherwise my writing would be a little bit better. So 3 is 3 stroke, the middle one is the shortest, the bottom one's the longest. Alright, and again you're writing from left to right, and you can see the stroke order is very important. I'm using the same stroke order every time. So usually the first stroke is from the top, so you write from top to bottom, left to right. Okay, that is the stroke order of each of these letters. Okay, number 4, you're going to write the downward stroke first, and then to the right, and then down, and then you're going to fill the inside 2 curves first, and then finish off with the bottom horizontal line. So how many strokes are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 strokes in the number 4. So that's how you do number 4. Alright, and then number 5, it's a horizontal stroke first, and then down, and then the middle line horizontal, middle line down, and finally the last horizontal stroke. So this top line should be horizontal. So that's how you do it. And then number 6, again starting from the top, 1 long horizontal line, the 2 dashes down the bottom. 7, horizontal line first, vertical line through, and then up at the end. Number 8, the left hand side curve first, and then the right hand side curve. Number 9, the vertical line down first, vertical curve, and then horizontal down to the right. And number 10, the horizontal line first, and then the vertical line. Okay, so I hope that helps you. I'm going to now delete the numbers so that the grid will be empty, and I'm going to create a few more boxes for you to fill out. Okay, hope this lesson helps. See you guys next time.